Welcome. And if you've never meditated before, it's perfect. And right now, what I really want you to do is get really comfortable. So find a comfortable seat, whether you are sitting on a chair, on a bed, wherever you are, just get really comfortable. And so once you get comfortable, I want you to close your eyes. And so if closing your eyes is not something you're comfortable with, no worries. Just find a gaze on the floor, find a spot. It's not moving, that you can focus your attention on. And so the intention right now is for you to be comfortable in your seat. So whatever you need to do that. And also to be fully alive and aware. You're going to hear what you hear. You're going to see what you see. And I want you to feel comfortable to move and adjust your body position as it's needed. If your knees are higher than your hips, get your knees a little bit lower than your hips so you can just sit up on a pillow, prop something underneath you. So if your eyes are not already closed, close your eyes. And I want you to funnel your awareness down your arms, through your elbows, down your forearms, into your hands. I want you to keep your awareness on your hands, your palms, your thumbs, your first finger, second finger, your third finger, and your little baby finger, your pinky. And shift your focus from one finger to another, just as a method of anchoring and centering you right here, right now. Keep your attention on your hands as a way to bridge your awareness to your body. Right, your hands are the anchor to being here now. So keep your focus, keep your attention, keep your awareness right on your hands. On your first finger, middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. They are the anchor to the now, here moment. And if you notice your attention drifting off into thinking, just come right back to your hands. Simply just bring your attention back to your hands, back to your fingers. And as you hold your attention on your hands, just notice, are they getting sweaty, tingly? Are they cold? Are they hot? Yeah, just really start to notice the sensations you feel in your hands. And then again, notice where if your mind wanders off, bring it right back to your hands as a way to keep you present to this moment right now. Your hands are a grounding point for your consciousness in the here and now. So as thoughts come up, notice them and let them go. Let them come in and then let them go. Notice that where your attention goes, your energy flows. And put your attention right on your hands. Let the thoughts come up, let them go, and then put your attention right back on your hands. And when there's quiet and your mind starts to wander, bring your attention back to your hands, to your pointer finger, to your middle finger, to your ring finger, and to your little pinky fingers. Keeping your attention focused right on your hands. Experience the power of reconnecting to your hands and beginning again, moment by moment by moment. Keep your attention on your hands and newly anchored to the now here moment, to this present moment. Again, and as thoughts come up, let them come in, let them come up, and then let them go. Keeping your attention right on your hands. And with your attention on your hands, bring your thumb and your pointer finger together. Then move your thumb to your middle finger. Move your thumb to your ring finger. Move your thumb to your little finger. Do that again for the next few moments, just moving from your thumb from one finger to the next. Again, as a way to just keep you fully present to this moment, anchored right here, right now. And then take your hands, bring them to your heart center, and then rub your palms together, creating heat in your hands. And then take your hands, place them on your forehead, feel the heat on your eyes. Slowly start to open your eyes. Thank you for sitting and practicing with me. So much gratitude. Namaste.
That was so awesome, Amy. That was so awesome. So, for everybody out there, the chat room is open. So, if you want to state how you feel about the meditation, also, I'm going to ask Amy a few different questions just to make sure we can field a couple questions in regards to meditation. There's a Q&A. If you look at the chat box, there's a question mark. If you hit that, you can ask any questions that you want for any of the performers today. So, the first question, Amy, is: are there any types of meditation that are better than others?
The best meditation for you is the one that keeps you present. So there's not necessarily a meditation that's best for like every single body. It's kind of like up to your own body and what you like. So I personally like the meditations that keep me anchored and grounded. That's why I use the hands today as a way to do that, and keeps me in my physical body. Whereas some meditations use more imagery and like more creative thoughts. And so for me, that takes me out of the present moment. So it's just really I'm playing with different meditations and see which ones keeps you calm and organized and grounded.
Absolutely. Awesome. And then the next question I have is from Charlene. And Charlene says, is it okay to meditate with calm music in the background?
Yeah, again, I think that it's really a personal choice. So like if music in the background helps to keep you present in this moment, then having music in the background is perfect. Like our lives, especially now, are not so perfect. Like I know I was kind of worried about my dog barking or my kids coming in, and that's like that's reality. And so if music helps to kind of keep that stuff out so you could just be present and clear in your mind. Right. So meditation and mindfulness is really about disrupting your unhabitual thoughts. So what we want to do is stop those thoughts that keep coming up and up and up so that you can have just clarity and peace for at least a few moments at a time. And then hopefully over time, that'll, turn into 2 minutes to 3 minutes to 10 minutes to an hour. Right. How nice would that be to not think about anything? So to answer your question, if music helps you stay present, yes, keep it on.
Absolutely. Awesome, Amy. And then Gregory says, not the usual way I wind down, but this is much better. Ellen says, namaste, Amy. Thank you. And Charlene says, thank you for your answer as well. So at the very end of this, thank you very much, Amy. If you want to give people your website and any way that they can follow you from here.
Sure. You can follow us we're Instagram, Connecticut Power Yoga, or you can do CT Power Yoga. Our website is www.ctpoweryoga.com. And we're in Stamford, Mill River Park, Sunday morning at 9 a.m. is our last outdoor class, but it's free and feel free to drop on in.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Amy. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right. So now let me pull my screen up here. Awesome. So now we're going to go into a comedy segment. Like I said, the goal tonight is really just to give you a way in order to relax. We'll call this the pregame before happy hour, or you can call this happy hour if you want to as well. But the next part we have all the way from California is going to be a very, very, very funny comedian, Mr. John Grimes. I'll hand the mic over to you, brother.
Thank you. You said pre-happy hour, so don't start drinking yet, or we'll come back to that.
It's time.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's definitely like 1 here, but I'm not complaining. How's it going, everybody? My name is John Grimes. I'm out here in LA, where half of the state is burning, just not particularly in my neighborhood yet. So I'll try to stay as cool as possible on here. Amy was great. I didn't realize how much yoga and comedy had in common. A lot of people at my shows are sitting equally as quiet and not moving. So that's good to know. It's good to know there's similar audiences. I should probably work on that, though. Let's see. This is different, right? Performing online, it's very different for me. I'm used to a live audience, being intimate, intimate setting at least. close to people. And so a lot of my fans will ask me, not my fans, just my mom, really. She'll ask me, what's the difference between performing online and in person? And it's probably the same as, thinking you're about to go on a work conference to Hawaii for a whole week where you can leave the family at home and just have a little vacation, only to be told that you'll stay at home and have your conference online. That's the closest I can think of what it would be like, is to just be right back where you started. I started a lot of the companies, were part of this event, or tech companies, finance companies. I was in fintech. I had a serious job for a moment. Didn't last too long. A lot of my critiques was that I thought my job was a joke. So guess that didn't work out too well. But I'm sticking true to who I am. Okay. Let's just adjust, guys. We're just adjusting to this new world right now. This COVID is just taking over, man. Mask, right? I almost had a mask for this show until I realized I'm safe here. But one thing these masks have taught me is that, man, my breath, I don't know if it's always been like this or if it's just a new thing, but, I just got to get better. I got to get better, because what's inside my mask is so unusual. I bought like 3 new Scope bottles last week. It's crazy. I don't know if anybody else has had this problem yet, but I've never encountered it before. Also, I never wore a mask half the day. So we'll just look into it. We'll look into it and see if it's just a temporary thing. But I'm better today. I'm better today. When COVID first started, they started telling people all these crazy symptoms to look out for. And, you couldn't help but notice some of them. And the one that stuck out to me was a loss of taste, right? And a loss of smell. And when I saw that on the news, I immediately looked at my girlfriend and said, oh my gosh, you should get checked out, because I have been eating your food for 4 years and I have yet to taste anything. It's one of us. It has to be one of us. You go first. Tell me if it's you, and then I'll go after. So we both got tested, and it's negative. It's just her not using seasoning. So that's another thing that we learned. Quarantine slowed us down. We're starting to realize our faults. Okay, so we've been shopping, eating in the house. All right, slowly. We ordered out a lot at first because we just can't, turn that corner and make her cook dinner every night after what we learned. I was really hoping it was COVID while we couldn't taste her dinner, but it's not the case. Not the case. She's not here. She can't hear me. Another thing that happened while this shutdown happened is that you get to stay at home with your family and listen more, learn more. So I also learned from all this time at home, I think in March I learned that we were having a kid. So she was 6 months pregnant by the time I finally listened to her. I was like, that's crazy. We're having a baby. I didn't know we were having I got to start paying attention. When the TV's on and everything else is on, you don't really hear the family conversations. But early March, and we actually just had the baby in July. So I have a new girl. She was delivered via Zoom. So that was fun for me, with the whole online stuff going on. I had to go ahead and do that myself. Yeah, doctors are online now. What is the purpose of having a doctor anymore if I can't even go to you for emergency matters and deliver a baby? I don't know. That's life now. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Taking advantage of the little things now, man. I feel so good to cough, right? Has anybody else been holding a cough for the last 6? I can't cough in public to save my life. It doesn't even have to be sickness related. I might just actually have accidentally swallowed like a piece of chip, and I cannot cough in public for fear of being judged, So I got to get in my car and just freely happen to the world of cough. I haven't seen a person cough in public in so long. I feel like that'll be a form of threat one day. Like, back up. back up, son. I might have to cough on you. That'd be a horrible threat. It'd be a horrible, horrible threat. What a year, guys. What a year. I like how I'm just imagining that people are laughing. But if it wasn't going well, the other benefit of this is, I guess I can just pretend my connection goes out. So if I start bombing, guys, there's no coincidence that my Wi-Fi also went out. But yeah, I just got way more time now to people watch. And I'm just watching my friends be stuck at home and pick up new hobbies that they're not necessarily good at. You know, I got a friend who's knitting. I got a friend who just started planting. I don't know where all these plant moms came from and plant dads. It's the most uncomfortable thing I've watched is people start to fall in love with plants. They've always been here. What changed? And how are you letting ferns die? You know, how can you not keep a fern alive? Is my question. How bad are you at planting that you can't keep a fern? I don't know. It's just different watching people pick up their new hobbies. My new hobby has been waiting for sports to come back fully. That was what I did for about 5 months straight, and I excelled. I waited a good 5 months, still sat on my couch as if something was on. And now lately we've got a little change, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, man, this is great. This is great. I haven't told you much about me yet, so we'll talk about me for a little bit. I am a stay-at-home dad. Anybody else a stay-at-home dad? It's a very rare field of work. What makes me unique is that my son is in daycare, so I kind of just stay at home. You know, some people would call that unemployed. Tomato. I'm not here to name names, guys. I'm just living my best life. All right, just living my best life. What happened is I got laid off, and my daycare ladies, they don't know that. So what I do is I still dress up in my work clothes to drop my son off. Got to stay in character, you know. You got to commit. And those daycare girls are so sweet. They're always like, "Oh, Mr. Grimes, are you headed to work?" And I'm like, "Oh, Stephanie, this is half my shift right here. I'll be back in 8 hours to finish up. Take care of my boy. Take care of my boy. A long, hard day ahead for you." He's bad. I got a bad 4-year-old, man. We've talked to him about it. He doesn't seem to understand. But for 8 hours, I will pay that little guy hang out with some other people. I don't know how parents were doing it during this quarantine, getting stuck with their kids. I mean, I've never wanted to fight children before. But at least this year, once or twice, I almost bought boxing gloves just so me and him could just have a little fisticuff action, you know, because it's different, you know, having to deal with them the whole day versus the end of the business day. So we're getting better. We're getting better now because they're starting to let some places open. So I got him going somewhere for a couple hours at a time. But yeah, 2020, it just feels like a conference call that I joined, but the organizer hasn't yet. That's what it feels like right now. I'm just waiting on this conference call to start. You know, where is the organizer? Let us back outside. That is the only way to describe this current year so far. We're all joining. We're all joining and waiting. Man. Commercials are weird now. They put masks on people in the commercials. That's different. Domino's keeps offering contactless delivery for your food, which made me wonder how they were delivering it before. Did the pizza guy used to taste my pizza before he brought it? Like, what changed about the contact of my pizza from the Domino's store to my front door? I don't understand what contactless delivery is. I'm greatly concerned about the previous process. McDonald's fries I can understand, right? Contactless delivery there, that means you're not touching my fries.